Hello class, today I will present language history and change. Introduction. Language change as a concept and as a subject of linguistic investigation is often regarded as something separate from the study of language in general. Family trees. Languages change in regular, recognizable ways. And because of this, similarities among languages are due to a genetic relationship among those languages. The family tree model shows the direction of change and the relationship among languages. The older stages of the languages being higher in the tree and direct descendants being linked to their ancestors through straight lines. Indo-European. The Indo-European languages are a language family native to the overwhelming majority to Europe, the Iranian plateau, and the northern Indonesian subcontinent. Some European languages of this family, English, French, Portuguese, Russian, Dutch and Spanish, have expanded through colonialism in the modern period and are now spoken across several continents. Cognates. In historical linguistics, cognates or lexical cognates are sets of words in different languages that have been inherited in direct descent from an etymological ancestor in a common parent language. Comparative reconstruction. Comparative reconstruction, usually referred to just as reconstruction, establishes features of the ancestor of two or more related languages belonging to the same language family by means of the comparative method. Sound reconstruction. The majority principle is applied in identifying the most likely pronunciation of the preceding etymon, the original word from which the cognates originated. The most natural development principle describes the general directions in which languages appear to change, and so no one can search for those indicators. For example, cantar, Spanish, chanter, French. The history of English. English language, West Germanic language of the Indo-European language family that is closely related to the German and Dutch languages. English originated in England and is the dominant language of the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, Ireland, New Zealand, and various island nations in the Caribbean Sea and the Pacific Ocean. Old English. When the Anglo-Saxons first came to England from northern Germany in the 5th and 6th centuries, they brought their language with them. It's a Germanic language and has some fundamental similarities to modern German. Most native English speakers today find Old English unintelligible, even though about half of the most commonly used words in modern English have Old English roots. Middle English. Middle English is a form of the English language that was spoken after the Norman conquest until the late 15th century. The English language underwent distinct variations and developments following the Old English period. Middle English saw significant changes to its vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, and orthography. Writing conventions during the Middle English period varied widely. Sound changes. A sound change can involve the replacement of one speech sound, or, more generally, one phonetic feature value by a different one, called phonetic change, or a more general change to the speech sounds that exist, phonological change, such as the merger of two sounds or the creation of a new sound. Syntactic changes. Syntactic change is a type of natural language variation that refers to changes in the grammar of a language. This change can be caused or facilitated both by sociocultural factors and by language internal factors. For instance, in English, the past tense of the verb to go is not got or any other form based on the base go but went, a borrowing from the past tense of the verb to went. Semantic changes. Semantic change is a change in one of the meanings of a word. Every word has a variety of senses and connotations, which can be added, removed, or altered over time, often to the extent that cognates across space and time have very different meanings. Semantic changes. Other examples of semantic change: broadening. Doggy used to be a specific breed. Narrowing. Meat used to be food. Flesh was meat. Deer originally meant animal. Shifting. Nice used to mean ignorant. Diachronic and Sirenic variation. Definition of Sirenic linguistics. The branch of linguistics that analyzes the structure of a language or languages as static at a given point in their history. Study of language at any given point in time. Doesn't focus on the history of language and language evolution. Grammar, classification, and arrangement of the features of a language. Now I will talk about diachronic linguistics. The branch of linguistics that studies language through different periods in history. Study of language through different periods in history. Focuses on the history of language and the language evolution. Comparative linguistics, etymology, language evolution. These are my references. Thank you for listening and watching.